Welcome back to my channel. My name is Carly and I make everything vegan and gluten-free. Today we're going to be doing, well, not today, this week, next week, for the next 2 weeks, we're going to be doing my version of a low FODMAP diet because I am sick of being sick. Today is day one. It is a Monday and I just had my cereal. Let me show you. My Nature's Path Mrs. Sunrise cereal. All this week is going to be our breakfast, so I won't show you for the rest of the week, but I will show you all my lunches and all my dinners and snacks in between. Keeping it very simple, very whole foods, very plant-based. Okay. Lunch is served. So we have our Cajun tofu bites, some homemade vegan honey mustard, and then I have some seedless grapes, strawberries, and an apple. And I'm drinking a bubbly. We are back with dinner today. We have some rice. It's just leftover rice. Breakfast sandwich tofu. It's gonna be like a salad bowl. So I have lettuce, cucumbers, tomatoes, pickles, and then some guac that I made. Almost forgot, I need some cheese. Welcome back to day 2, Tuesday. I might look a little crazy. Starting this clip later in the day. I've just been cleaning, so last night I forgot, it was like 10:30 and I was crawling into bed, but I was hungry, so I decided to have some crackers. These are my favorite Breton gluten-free crackers, and the garden vegetable is the best. I won't hear anything about any of the other flavors. So again, I started off with cereal, and then for lunch I ended up making some naan wraps. I really love them because they're a little bit thicker. They're not like a tortilla, like really thin. And then our breakfast sandwich tofu and all the toppings, and it was just, I missed my wraps, literally. They're so good. So instead of a yogurt with pea protein in it, I found a yogurt that was coconut, that was just like coconut and stuff. It was no pea protein. So I'm thinking that will be better. Good. There's the inside. Delicious. Dinner time. Also, I've been drinking some Kiju lemonade. Dinner is served now, so I've made some deviled potatoes. I don't have enough of the filling for this last one, so you know, we're just gonna have to do with this. Pretty simple recipe. Just boil the potatoes and then mayo, black salt, turmeric, pepper, some vinegar. I think there's like a couple, like 1 or 2 more seasonings. And the remainder. So we have Cajun tofu, surprise, and some steamed carrots. So there's just a little and I'll have more lemonade. Okay, one more update. We're doing Kiju grape apple and mixing it with a peach bubbly. Last thing of the day. Okay, just kidding. I decided I need a little bit of grapes as a snack, and that will be the last thing of the night. Welcome to Wednesday. So again, I had cereal, and then I'll show you what I had for lunch today at work. Before that, oh yeah, I had some crackers, and I totally forgot, and my boss was like, oh, go try this, and I'm like, okay, and I took a bite of, as you can see, of a hot cross bun, and I was like, I put it in my mouth and I was like, I feel like I'm not supposed to be eating this. And then I was like, before I started chewing, I was like, no. But anyways, it's kind of like a bun. It has like more of a sugary glaze kind of on the outside and then raisins in it. So I'm like, okay, it's not that bad. Like, it could be much worse. So I'm like, it's fine. It was just one little bite. And then, yeah, my lunch, you can see it. We had leftover. I had literally the leftovers from last night. So now we're home and making dinner. So I'll show you what I make when it's done. But while it's cooking, I had actually a little bit of my potato left over, deviled potato, and I'm just gonna have some of my Kiju apple grape juice. Dinner is served. So we have steamed broccoli, our rice, Cajun tofu, again, big surprise. I'm gonna be repeating a lot of tofu meals probably, and then I have some beans. I just like simmered them, boiled them in vegetable broth with some garlic and onion and salt, and then roasted red pepper and garlic seasoning. And I have my juice yet again, another glass, but I put lemonade in it, so I mixed the lemonade and the grape, apple, yeah. last thing of the evening, some seedless grapes. Happy Thursday! It is the end of the day, yes, sort of, but because I forgot to film at work. As you can see, it is my box of crackers again from yesterday. I ate a few of them today for snack, and then for lunch I already told y'all I had leftovers, so like it's not a big surprise. It's rice, the Cajun tofu, some honey mustard. Here's a picture, and I like that was. Oh, and there's some beans. There were some leftover beans, so I stuffed them in there. Dinner is served. I'll show you what I'm having. So we have our homemade non-pita wraps, some vegan mayo, our breakfast sandwich tofu, some smile fries, ketchup, mayo, and I'll put some tomatoes, lettuce, and pickles on my wrap. Oh, and a cherry bubbly. Happy Friday, friends! As you know, we had cereal for breakfast. I had a snack, of course, with my crackers again. And here's my lunch. Of course, I had leftovers, so rice and tofu, breakfast sandwich tofu, literally, and some grapes. I also ate a few like after I was done work. Dinner time, fast forward, I have a bubbly, and we decided to do tacos. So since it's been a week of being like amazing, perfect, and last Friday we did something with mock meat, the impossible mock meat. I felt amazing, so I decided to keep it in. So we did tacos. I just did the impossible graham with like taco seasonings that was store-bought, and then a vegan sour cream. I used tofutti, tomatoes, lettuce. I made a little guac, homemade guac for myself. Oh, some vegan cheese. Actually, I think yesterday I forgot. I put some vegan cheese on our supper, and I forgot to mention that, but I think that's it. So yeah, that's probably gonna be it for the rest of the night. I might munch on some more grapes.
Rice, meat, lettuce, sour cream, can't see anything, chips, salsa, lettuce, refried beans. His and hers.
But for now, that's it for Friday. Bananas. I'll do 2 pretty big bananas. Soy milk. I'm gonna estimate like, I don't know, a cup and a half maybe. Frozen fruit. So we have our mix here with peaches, strawberries, pineapple, and mango. And I'm also gonna throw some frozen blueberries in too. I have our plain coconut yogurt. No pea protein in this one. I put like 3 big spoonfuls in. And a healthy scoop, because I don't want it to actually taste like peanut butter, of natural peanut butter. I'm gonna try putting a little dash of cinnamon in. And a little splash of vanilla because my yogurt was plain. So we don't have any added sugars in here, just the natural sugars from the fruit. Delicious. Once again, 2 bananas, soy milk. I'm going to eyeball and try to do the same amount. Plain coconut yogurt. Now this time we're gonna do a bunch of peanut butter. We're gonna do cocoa powder. So I have a Dutch cocoa powder. I'm gonna do about like maybe 2 tablespoons-ish. And we're gonna try and do like, maybe I'll start low and do like 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. Lastly, let's add in some ice since we don't have anything frozen. Okay, this one's like way more thin. I think I put more milk in it. So it's probably gonna be more, and I have to smell like it. Let's try it out. Chocolate, banana, and peanut butter. I think I could have added a little bit more peanut butter to make it more creamy, but it's fine. So we'll see how this goes with the maple syrup. There's only a little bit of maple syrup, so I'm not really scared. Same with the cocoa. I haven't had any cocoa in a week, so, or maple syrup, maybe. So we'll see how this goes first thing on my stomach. Dinner is served. So I have some mashed potatoes. I have a regular basil margarine, which does not contain pea protein. I put some sour cream in there, salt and soy milk, Cajun tofu. This time I did it in a pan and it looks amazing. So super excited. I think I have some honey mustard in the fridge still. And then our steamed cauliflower and broccoli. And I'll probably just drink water, maybe a bubbly. Some lemonade and bubbly. Welcome to Monday! We successfully completed 1 week and we're feeling amazing. I only had a little bit of, I wouldn't even say feeling, I didn't feel bad, but my stomach was like, I think I had too many blueberries in that smoothie on Saturday. So, anyways, we had our cereal like normal. I've decided after 2 days on the weekend of having smoothies that I'm going to switch back to cereal because all week last week from Monday to Friday, I felt amazing after having my cereal and not a problem. So we're going to keep up with the cereal, and now I'm going to just have a snack of a banana before I make us lunch. So I have my wrap, homemade of course, like I told you before. Vegan mayo, we're going to put some BioLife vegan cheese, just a little. Our breakfast sandwich tofu. The only problem with these wraps is they're a little small, so they're a little bit harder to fill, but I don't care. Now we're gonna do pickles. I actually hate these pickles, so I don't know why I'm putting so many. And tomato, make sure I get some with some salt and pepper on it. I used to think that I had an issue with tomatoes, but these normal tomatoes seem to be totally fine. And last but not least, we have a spring mix, which is baby lettuces, what, oak leaf, tango, green leaf, red leaf, rosa, baby, what? I have never heard of like any of these ones. Okay, y'all, we're gonna just line them up. Put a little handful, it's probably too much, but it's fine. Clay is actually so good at wrapping his up. They're like these little cute burritos, and mine are just like, the ends are both open and falling out. But, so these were cooked like last week, and they have been frozen, and da-da. Look at how amazing. Like, I just threw it on top of the tofu while it was finished, like when it was finished cooking for a couple minutes, and bam! I'm feeling like a little juice, so decided to go with my apple grape. Time for dinner! Let me show you what I made. We have our basmati rice. We have a honey butter tofu, but made with maple syrup with some green onions in there, garlic, vegan margarine, apple cider vinegar, and then our asparagus. Dun, 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 dun. Last thing of the day, some grapes, and it's the last of my grapes. So sad. Welcome to Tuesday. Now, a little update from yesterday. So I think I had too much fats in that honey butter tofu last night. It had vegan margarine and oil, and it's always so greasy. So anyways, this morning was like, my stomach looked unhappy. I feel great otherwise, but I definitely think I've had in the past where like eating like deep fried foods, for example, my stomach was not happy the next day with me. So I'm pretty sure that's what was the cause. But we had our cereal this morning, feel good. However, I feel malnourished, almost like so hungry, like I need food, like only an hour or two later. So I'm making lunch now. But I'm just gonna backtrack because I don't think that I actually like talked on the weekend, like at all. so I'm just gonna go over it. So I had smoothies both days, like a fruity one and then a chunky monkey one. Those seemed to go really good, minus probably too many blueberries. Okay, and then before lunch, I was so hungry and we had leftover refried beans from the night before, so I just mixed some cheese in there and just dipped it in chips while I was waiting for lunch, and it was so freaking good. I also think that, okay, either was the blueberries, but the refried beans that are canned might be like too much to like process for my stomach. Definitely I've never had a problem with like plain beans cooked and mashed down and seasoned, so I'm not sure. I'll just have to like try that again. And then for lunch, my breakfast sandwich, tofu sandwich. Of course, I can link these recipes. I have full video recipes of these, a lot of these things. And my drink, of course, you know, I've been drinking that Kiju grape apple with bubblies pretty much every day. For dinner, Clay went and had a burrito, so I was like, I'm just gonna make something easy and do a tofu egg with toast. And then just some cucumbers on the side for some vegetable. And then Sunday, I already told you my thingy. Oh yeah, and so then I ended up cooking the leftover tofu egg for Clay, and shortly after, and I was like, well, there's too much, so I might as well just eat some. So that was kind of like a very large breakfast, or like my smoothie was my breakfast, and then I had like a little small lunch later, so I just had the tofu egg with some cheese and green onions. And then I didn't eat anything until dinner, so I guess you could say I kind of ate only 2 meals that day. But it was fine, I think. And then, oh, later I think I had some lemonade. I don't know if I showed y'all, but anyways, so that's my little recap of the weekend. Lunch is ready, so I have my rice, Cajun tofu, some honey mustard that I made with maple syrup. I was gonna make guac, but my freaking avocado is like so rock hard. I'm like, I don't want that. What if it upsets my stomach? So I'm gonna throw on some tomatoes and then also some cucumbers and probably maybe a little bit of the spring mix lettuce and call it a meal. Oh, and I'm gonna drink some orange juice. Alrighty, y'all, dinner time. So I have in here some soy curls, and we have our garlic sauce. So it's a sweet garlic sauce. It does say gluten-free there. And yeah, so I literally just rehydrate them and then squeeze them out, fry them up in here in a little oil, and put this sauce on there and continue, and then it's good. All done. Our finished plate. So we have our soy curls, steamed carrots, baked sweet potato with some salt, and then our baked regular potato with the vegan margarine and salt. Probably put a little pepper on there. That is it. I don't know if I'm gonna drink anything. Just water, probably. Welcome to Wednesday. I totally forgot to film my lunch, but of course we had cereal for breakfast. I had some of my gluten-free crackers for a snack, and then I had leftovers from last night. So sweet potato, baked potato, and soy curls, and a couple steamed carrots in there. And then I just ate a banana. Oh, of course I forgot to show y'all too. I ate a banana when I got home from work. And now it is dinner time. So we are having some rice. I have our Cajun tofu. I have some beans there, and I put some green onions in there with a few seasonings and vegetable broth, and then just mushed them up. And then our steamed asparagus, and that will be dinner. And I'm gonna put some honey mustard on. Happy Thursday. So I actually came home sick from work. I don't know what the heck happened. If y'all know what happened, literally my stomach is so, like, I was literally fine. I was eating breakfast, and then I was like, oh my god, my stomach is so sick. Then I was like, okay, I feel like really crappy, so I still went to work, and then like half an hour, I gave it like a good half an hour, and I was like, my stomach is hurting and like turning, and I'm just really scared it's gonna be like really upset and I'm gonna be really sick. So my biggest fear, like last time my stomach had like bad painful cramps and I was going to the washroom, I actually almost fainted. Like I literally had to like jump off the toilet and like crouch down because I was getting so lightheaded and like my vision was turning spotty, and I was like, oh my god, I'm actually gonna pass out on the toilet. So I have like a fear of, not like in general of that happening again, but like if my stomach actually hurts and it's upset like that, I'm like scared something really bad is gonna happen. So I was like, yeah, I think I need to go home. So I came home, just been lying down. I still took my medication. Sometimes I find that my stomach feels kind of off, and then I take my thyroid medication and I actually feel better. So drinking water, and I'm feeling better now. It's been like an hour, and I did go to the bathroom, and of course it was like horrible. My stomach didn't hurt that much, thank God, but still I'm like, something like wrecked my insides, and like I don't feel comfortable having to be at work for 8 hours, and I'm nervous. Not too nervous, but like if I eat lunch and I feel sick again, like that's really not gonna be cool. So I'm gonna eat a banana now though, because I'm getting hungry, so we're gonna try and eat a banana. I guess I'm not gonna eat sweet potatoes or apples for the rest, I don't know, for another like 2 weeks, because I don't know, those were the only two things that were like new that I haven't had in like a few weeks, even though I drink like grape apple juice every day. But anyways, that is my update. I'm gonna eat my banana and we will check back in later. All right, I'm eating lunch already. It's only been like an hour. I'm starving, so I'm just making some toast and my Cajun tofu I was supposed to take for lunch with some honey mustard. Update, it's been a few hours later. It's like 2:30-ish in the afternoon. I'm hungry again, so I've just been snacking on my crackers, the Breton ones, because that's like my super safe go-to. And I've also been like not chugging, but like drinking a lot of water. I'm feeling better, but I'm not like 100%. Like I've literally just been laying on the couch watching TV all day because I don't know, sometimes I'm like, oh, my stomach kind of like I don't know, and then it goes away and I'm like, well, I'm glad I'm just going to lay around all day because I don't feel like I want to do anything. Like I'm very like, I'm not gonna do nothing. So we're truly relaxing, but I'm trying to still eat and make sure that my stomach is good for tomorrow, and just make sure I'm eating enough food today too, in case there's anything bad left inside. I just want to make sure that can just get itself out of me before I have to work tomorrow. So, alrighty y'all, I still kind of feel not 100%, but so I'm doing breakfast sandwich tofu, and then some rice, and then just broccoli, and that will be it. Welcome to Friday. So we're feeling like 100% now by the end of the day. It's like 6 o'clock now. I was feeling good this morning with my breakfast, same thing, my cereal. However, I was having really bad cramps, unrelated to my digestive system. So it was like really throwing me off, and then I was like missing my hunger cues, and then I ended up like snacking like later than I normally would have before lunch, but I did have my crackers like I usually do. And then I had a Tylenol, and something weird happened. Like it just like threw me off. Like I was literally like getting a hot flash and like, oh my god, what's happening? Is my stomach gonna be upset? I think I just like needed more food, especially after yesterday. Like I was trying to eat, but I was eating so simply. I don't think I ate like enough calories. Therefore today I feel like I needed to actually eat more. So I forgot to film it, but I did have just rice and the breakfast sandwich tofu for lunch, and I was still like a little hungry after. So note to self, make sure if you are upset stomach the day before, probably try to eat more the next day, because my stomach probably didn't.
If you are upset stomach.
Because my stomach probably didn't absorb very many nutrients. Like, let's just be for real. I ate a few more crackers after lunch because I was like, why am I still hungry? Anyways, we're home now. I have some grapes, seedless grapes, and I got those for free. They were not scanning at Walmart, so he's like, you get these for free. I was like, oh yeah! So super excited. Free grapes, love it. You guys, you probably see me eat grapes like almost every day, so I'm so happy I got more. Okay, supper's ready. I did not tell you what we're actually making. Burgers. So we have the Impossible Ground. We tried putting a vegan feta inside the burger, so we'll see. It kind of fell out, but it's fine. Tomatoes, pickles, my gluten-free bun, of course, mayo, vegan mayo, ketchup. That's it. And water. And Clay, the beautiful human that he is, takes out mayo, our vegan mayo, from the jar, and he'll just put it aside in a little container for himself, in a little bowl for himself. So then he can just go ahead and keep that over there and put it on his bun for his own burger without
Mine has
contaminating, because he's eating gluten, of course. Well, I think we'll end the night with a banana, but I'll let you know if I end up eating anything else. Welcome to Saturday. Feeling super tired today, but it's fine. My stomach is okay. We had our breakfast, so now I'm just having a snack so we can just go leave the house. Then I'll come and make lunch after. I'm just gonna have some hummus and my gluten-free crackers. I'm feeling so tired today, y'all, but this is just plain hummus. Now, time for lunch. So I just made us up some Cajun tofu. I'm not going to have any honey mustard with it. We're gonna try not have any like fats too much like that. And then I just made 2 pieces of peanut butter toast with just a little bit of maple syrup drizzled, because I don't know, I feel like I needed a little sugar. And that is it so far. Feeling a little bit more energized than this morning. Alrighty, y'all, it is dinner time and I have made some breakfast sandwich, of course. Big surprise there. Tofu. So there's a little bit of vegan cheese, some mayo, vegan, of course, my gluten-free bread. We have some grapes on the side and a little cucumber type of salad. So cucumbers, lemon juice, salt, pepper, and some little vegan feta, right? And then I'm probably gonna have, I don't know. It is late. And I just made some banana cookies. They're delicious. I'm gonna eat one. I haven't had any baked goods or anything in like probably 2 or 3 weeks. So it's gonna be my first. Breakfast time. So we have, these are new. I've never tried them before. And I think they're new to the store too. They're O'Dough's. I've had something from O'Dough's before, but they're English muffins. So anyways, they have like little poppy seeds on them. So I'm gonna try them since we're feeling, you know, normal. So we'll try them. And I have my tofu egg with some vegan cheese and green onions in there. We're having grapes. And we also had some Cajun tofu for a little snack. Welcome back. It is Sunday. It is our final day, y'all. So Sundays I always like just kind of eat crappy. Like I kind of have a hard time eating 3 full meals. It's more like a bigger like breakfast lunch, because I'm just lazy, to be honest. And I get up late usually on Sundays. I like to lounge in bed and I just don't feel like having cereal. Like I just want to eat something that's different. So anyways, you saw what we had, or what I had earlier. So I kind of had a small lunch, kind of, not really, the Cajun tofu and grapes. But now it's supper time, so let me show you what I'm having. So of course, I've been drinking these Ahas actually like all day. But I have mashed potatoes, and there's soy milk, vegan margarine, salt, and then I think I put a little bit of seasonings in the water, and then a homemade gravy that's and green onion, and a homemade gravy that has vegetable broth, nutritional yeast, onion powder, soy sauce, Dijon, and I think gluten-free flour. Corn. So I haven't had corn. This whole time I looked back on my journal, I haven't had corn once. I figured, why not try it today? It's Sunday, so I still have a few days before I have to go be at work again. So I have had corn like a bazillion times, so like I should be fine. Also, I looked back on my journal and I had apple slices day 1. So definitely X's out the apple being an issue for me, which is great news. And tofu. So I did our tofu today, like how I do our Cajun tofu. However, I decided to try a different seasoning. We were at the store and we're like, well, let's just try something new. So we found this one. It's just a seasoning salt, and it has a certification on it. It has like just a few ingredients. So I'm like, well, let's try this on the tofu and see how it is. And you know, you've seen so many times we do Cajun tofu and the breakfast sandwich tofu. So we're like, I was really like, I need something new. Like, I'm so sick of these like same 2 tofus. I'm not, but like I am. So we really wanted to try something different. So it's kind of like a mashed potato bowl, and I'm really hoping the tofu is gonna be good. Actually, maybe I'll try a singular piece of tofu for you. I tried to go easy on the seasoning because like obviously it's salt, so I don't want it to be like them to be overly salty, but like not taste like tofu. That's really good. It is salty, but it's okay. It's not too salty. It'll be really good with like the corn and the potatoes. So I'm super happy with that. I'll check back in with you later because I'm probably gonna eat something else later. Welcome back. Okay, so I didn't close off the video last night, but I figured I'll just do it today. So we've completed our 2 weeks, so 14 days exactly of our food journal. Now, normally I wouldn't be like doing this at the end of a video of what I ate, but I did just kind of want to share and talk about some things. So as I said, I'm also filming a like full food journal video where I talk about the other side of things, how to journal and stuff like that. So this is just the what I ate part of it. You know, we were doing so good. Like literally we were doing so good. So the reason behind doing this is because I'm still sick sometimes, like once a week it seems at least, for no reason that I know of. I was literally doing so good. I started on a Thursday and I felt amazing, and then we started this food diary on Monday of what I ate. So I was feeling good since that Thursday. So I actually had a full 2 weeks of feeling amazing, and then everything just went downhill on a Thursday 2 weeks later. Crazy, but I don't know, you know, I'm really trying to figure out what's going on here. So if we count it from the Monday where I started filming, I felt good for an entire week and then 2 days. A week and 2 days I made it of feeling pretty much excellent. And then Thursday we just got sick, as you could see in this video. So we're trying to figure out what the heck happened. And I know I had said maybe it was a sweet potato or something like that, but I'm not 100%. And I looked back and I can see I had an apple on the very first day of the food diary. So I know it wasn't the apple. At this point, anything is questionable, to be honest with you. So I was thinking it was the sweet potato because I haven't had sweet potatoes in months. And then I got to thinking, well, if I get sick like every few weeks, well, what do I have like irregularly or like every couple weeks? Not really like once a week, but I have the soy curls with the garlic sauce. And then I was looking at the ingredients thinking this doesn't make sense for it to make me sick. You never know, okay? It's not a whole food. I don't know. So then I thought, well, maybe it's that garlic sauce. So I'm going to retry eating sweet potatoes probably like next weekend. At this point, I've tried a few new things. The fats obviously seem to be an issue, but don't make me like physically nauseous or sick. Just an upset stomach. So I'm like, okay, that's good to know. So obviously I try not to eat like the honey butter tofu is going to have to, you know, we're going to have to make it with less fats for sure. Other things like baked goods. So I did try this weekend having banana cookies. I made them again last night. They're so good. I hope that it's fine. Like this morning, honestly, my stomach was quite upset, but I feel full of energy and I feel really, really good otherwise. So I'm actually thinking on Saturday I had hummus. And when I was eating it, I was like, I don't know if I like hummus has kind of been here and there for me. I don't really know. With sesame seeds, sometimes I feel like the sesame, like oil and stuff bothers me. I was like, whatever, let's just try it. And my stomach kind of like, if you push right here under your rib cage, right where your like stomach is at the very top, sometimes certain things like it will hurt if I push there. Right now, I feel perfectly fine. That's not bothering me. I think when I had the hummus, I was kind of like, oh, like kind of hurts when I push her. Like that, I'm probably going to have to pay for something later. So I'm thinking it was probably the hummus. So I'm still going to keep tracking my food journal and my other journal of what I'm eating and then how I feel. So if you want to know how I've been feeling more in depth or how I'm journaling all of this, check out my other video because I will be posting it, or maybe it's posted already. I'll link it if it is, because we're really trying to get down to the bottom of this, okay? Like I cannot be missing work or being so like feeling ill at work while I'm there all day. Like this is unacceptable and I really need to figure out what's going on because the healthcare industry is hard, y'all. They're just like, oh, you have celiac disease. yep, your stomach's not going to be able to digest everything. Okay, but I shouldn't be going home sick because I'm so sick. That's not okay. Something else is going on, so I'm down, figured out. My next step is I actually kind of want to try, I know this was more of an elimination style for these 2 weeks, so I want to try being a little bit more hard, but I don't know if it's hard, you know what, in a different way, doing more of a FODMAP based to see if maybe it is the items that, what are they called? They're the items that like ferment in your gut, I think is what it is. So basically what I'm going to try after I'm done with all the groceries and food that I have that apparently are supposed to be avoided if you're doing low FODMAP eating, like broccoli and cauliflower, which I eat like literally all the time and seem to be fine with, but I would like to kind of rule it out or see how I feel eating like all of the foods that apparently are like very low FODMAP, at least really limiting the ones that are on the side of things that are high, or like onions and garlic. I don't think I've ever had a problem with, but onion seasoning, garlic seasoning is okay. Next step is going to be that, so I might, if you're interested, I'll film that. If you're not, I'm probably going to film it anyways, but if we're going to go down that path of low FODMAP, I'm going to just document the same thing, do 2 weeks, see how I feel of eating the foods that are said to be less fermenting in your gut, basically. So that's my next step in this journey. That is it for my what I ate in these 2 weeks on a basically an elimination style diet. I hope you guys learned something. I'm sure there's more people out there that are like, why can't my stomach digest anything? So I hope I'm not alone. If you're out there, I am with you. I'm trying to figure it out too, and we'll see ya in the next video. Bye!